Peace is very, very important. You have to work it basically on two things.
You've mentioned many times about narrative building and the role of the media. You feel that the media played a dirty role in what it did, or it was used as a tool? What do you think? Or was it naive in being used?
Where? In my case
in
or
your
in...
case and in Colonel Purohit's case and the others? And in the coup case?
You see, it was a narrative which was actually badly used. It was badly used. Media shouldn't have. Media, when you say that journalism with a honor or journalism with a... Sorry, it didn't. They should have done their homework better. But क्या होता है कि कुछ लोग एकदम नाम कमाने के लिए कुछ भी लिख देंगे, because for them immediately they need is that they should be visible. So certain journalists did what they did was to be visible.
Okay.
Sir, TSD आप लोग इतने रहे, you people, as we know, did some operations within, outside. You never speak about it. बट आपको लगता है अगर TSD रहती, कंटिन्यू करती, तो जैसे हम देखते हैं, वी सी ऑल दीज सीरीज, वी नो, रीड अबाउट मोसाद ऑपरेशंस, IDF ऑपरेशंस, कि अगर हमारे यहाँ पे कुछ किया तो हम आपको नहीं छोड़ेंगे, इवन इफ वी हैव टू गो टू थर्ड कंट्री और वेर एवर यू आर हाइडिंग, वील फॉलो यू एंड किल यू. आपको लगता है कुछ सैयद सलाउद्दीन, हाफिज सईद, दाऊद, ये लोग दे आर सिटिंग जस्ट इन द नेक्स्ट कंट्री नेक्स्ट डोर, एंड इंडिया में 26/11 इतने ब्लास्ट हुए, मतलब 26/11 इज द बिगेस्ट ऑफ देम ऑल, बट कंटिन्यूसली बॉम्बे यूज्ड टू गेट हिट, दिल्ली यूज्ड टू गेट हिट. आपको लगता है इन लोगों का क्या करते हैं अगर
ये किडनी फेलियर से ही मरेंगे? हम लोग कुछ नहीं कर रहे,
हम लोग कुछ नहीं कर पाए.
पहली चीज़, जब ये बॉम्ब ब्लास्ट वगैरह चल रहे थे, एक assessment hai which is on the Wikipedia. In fact, when I used to read people writing articles, I actually then came to know that there is this graph moving around. 2010 we came in. 2012 we were moved out, but the world did not exactly know whether we have been literally disbanded or not, or what it is. But it was in 2013 that we started being exposed. We started getting exposed badly after General V.K. Singh's rally with the Honorable Prime Minister in Rewari. If you recollect, that was on the 5th of September, and from 19th of September, it was a blitzkrieg. Somebody in the system was not very happy about, the present government to come in, and General V.K. was getting associated with the Prime Minister at that stage, the to-be Prime Minister at that stage, and anything and everything wrong was being published, and certain leaks were being made. If you see that graph, it comes down like this.
Graph of?
Terror incidents.
Terror incidents. When we came in, at that time, two major blasts, leave the 26/11, but two major blasts had taken place in this country. One was in Varanasi in the Ghat, and then there was a trial blast in a car parking in Delhi High Court, and thereafter there was a major blast in Delhi, in front of the Delhi High Court. So part of the task, we activated all our assets that we had made in our lifetimes. You see, people see one blast happening. People don't see those 100 that have not happened. And as far as Hafiz Sahab is concerned, Hafiz Sahab.
Yeah.
And Sayyid Salahuddin, I can assure you, had TSD been there. जब हम आप बात कर रहे हैं आज, उनके लाशें भी इस टाइम तक मिट्टी हो चुकी होती. We were good. I would say we were the best.
Right.
कुछ जब आप लोग थे जिस टाइम पे, तो उस टाइम इस डायरेक्शन में काम चल रहा था?
Ask no questions and hear no lies.
Okay.
तो पाकिस्तान के लिए तो चांदी when you were disbanded?
अब किसकी चांदी किसकी नहीं मालूम, but I personally believe that the present NSA with his experience The nation must trust the present dispensation. There are no bomb blasts right now. There are no, terror attacks. There's a lot of peace in the country.
Let's knock on wood.
So, we have talked about all your TSD operations, your operations before joining TSD in Kashmir, your long tenures. Which is you must have done in your long career, must have done a lot of operations. Which is your favorite operation, or which you're proud of as an int operative?
When it comes to army, it's seen as a killing machine. When it comes to not the Indian army, in the army, when it comes to counter-terrorism operations, people, ye to marte hain. But again, as I said, our army is also a peace broker. It works to get the peace in place. And a lot of small actions, very small actions, can lead to good results. And it actually shows. People don't realize. But बहुत छोटे-छोटे काम होते हैं जो करते हो आप. कुछ वो आपके नेचर का में भी होना चाहिए. You should be a good human being. I'll give you an example. A long time back, I had moved to Tripura, and I was told that your team is being moved to Nagaland. So it took since I was going to Nagaland for the first time, again, asset building is the initial this thing. So we created certain assets. Now, NSA and IM, they have a very structured organization.
This is a separate group. Separatist group.
Separatist group. It's they call the undergrounds. They're not even called the separatists. They have a very, very structured organization. They have a political setup. They have a military setup. They have the military ranks. Okay. And they have, again, battalions. They have got their town commands. So there was a very dreadest town commander those days of Kohima. Any collections that happen, they call it tax collection. It's basically extortion. Everything that happens in there he's the boss. So what happens is when you go in, you mark that, okay, these are the guys I need to look for. So one day very good information came in, and this guy I was in Dimap at that time. And this guy, the information came that he's in a particular house. So took a small team, one company commander of the Assam Rifles, again a good man, very great man, and jumped across the wall into the house. It was so safe a house कि दीवारों के ऊपर कीलें लगी हुई थी. In fact, when I jumped up to push myself up, वो कीलें हाथ में घुस गई. And जूते ऊपर रखूं तो जूतों में कीलें. अब गिरना तो है, इधर गिरूं कि उधर गिरूं. So I preferred to fall inside because the aim was that. With my hands bleeding, I opened the door, and the house was covered, cordoned, and the first thing is you knock the door. You knocked the door wasn't opening. So by then, break the door. So I kicked the door, and probably the person inside was opening the door at that time. So it opened, and there was a lady who was there, and she went a little back. जो इन्फॉर्मर था उसने पीछे से उंगली कर दी कि वो है. So by then everybody went in, they picked him up, took him to another room to dress him up and ले जाओ. I suddenly saw that this lady is carrying, she's pregnant. So I asked her in Nagamese, I said, Didi, when are you expecting it? She says 3 days. It was not exactly an opportunity for me to do it, but it was, as I said, I'm that way a very spiritual person. And I somehow felt that probably this guy has come because she's about to have a baby.
Okay.
So I said, you sit down. Got her a glass of water, told somebody to give her a glass of water. And then I called that company commander aside. I said, yaar, I said, sir, he was senior to me. I said, sir, galat ho jayega. क्या होगा? मैंने कहा सर वो शाम है, इट्स अबाउट 11:30 इन द नाइट, कर्फ्यू लगा हुआ है, अगर ये लेडी शॉक में चली गई तो ये बच्चा मर जाएगा. इसे क्या करें? वैसे जाने देते हैं. इसे अगर बात पता चल गई तो we are all, there is an information, it has been passed to the headquarters, everybody knows that it's a valuable target. I said sir, blame is mine. बाकी बोल देंगे कि 10 खबर देते हैं, कभी कभी ये गलत भी हो जाती है, but shouldn't leak. So I walked in and I used to have a beard those days. I sat with that guy and I told him, I don't know how much of a Christian you are, but I said, I will not take this sin. If your child dies, I cannot live with that. I shall get you some other day. Today is your day. Thank you, baby, for it. And we came back. Of course, somebody did tell. इतने जूते पड़े उस दिन मेरे को, मैं ही जानता हूँ. But I felt good. I'm telling you, I felt good. And there was no aim, there was no future that was planned ki I will use that lady as an asset or something. Nothing of that sort. It was just purely human. You see, that is how we as, and most of us are. हम लोग जो, we are a very spiritual nation. We are a very, sensitive nation to a lot of things. And but believe me, I didn't realize that this one nice act will help me some other day.
कैसे?
I got posted. I had literally the entire leadership of NSC NIM that was in Nagaland was picked up, and I was overnight removed after that. Because again, retributions were likely, and some unknown reason that I was again posted back to Nagaland in '99.
This incident happened in?
This is in '95.
95 and you go back again in 99.
99. Okay.